Hello, viewers. Welcome to yet another episode of the To Be Quite Honest podcast, your go-to podcast for deep conversations in the world of real estate and lots more. Today on set, it's just me. I'm by myself. My co-host Nelma is unavoidably absent today. More details on where she is later on. Today, I have with me a very interesting gentleman. He's an architect. He's a very strong AI enthusiast. His name is Mr. Akinwale Arokodare. Mr. Akinwale, it's nice to have you on set.
I'm very happy to be here.
Thank you for honoring our invitation. Could you please tell our viewers who you are and what you do before we sink our teeth in the matter of the day?
Okay. As my colleague said, my name is Akinwale Arokodare. I'm an architect. I work with Mixta Africa, and I'm involved in the design process in Mixta Africa, and this is my second time being here. Last time I was here about over a year ago, and we talked about the metaverse.
Yeah, sure.
And coincidentally, we're talking about AI now. So there's been an upgrade in the last 1 year. So I'm very happy to be here. I hope to have a very nice discussion with Ben, and I hope that the viewers get to learn a thing or two.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Akinwale. So today we're talking about incorporating design, incorporating AI rather, in the real estate design process. So Mr. Akinwale is an architect. That means on a day-to-day basis, he gets involved in, designing structures, designing, different things, basically. So my first question will be, knowing how much in the use and application of AI today, how would you say AI is revolutionizing, the way we design products, within the real estate space?
Well, it's changing a lot of processes immensely. I would say that. Let's backtrack a bit to when it was launched. Okay, so if you are familiar with when OpenAI launched ChatGPT, that's their main new product that came out with an AI that kind of like integrated into the system, because AI has been around for a long time, since the 1990s, but it's just now that it's fully integrated into the system that people can use it. People have a proper UI to use. So that's why it's becoming like a thing that everybody's aware of now. So it was launched in November 2023. ChatGPT. That's the first version of ChatGPT, and it came out, and what it could do was just, you could have conversations with it. You could talk, and it could answer you like a human being. So for we architects, we saw it as an opportunity to be able to research. So it helped us in how we processed information. So for example, if I'm an architect, I want to do research on a particular building in, say, Singapore. The previous process was I would have to go to Google, then start reading different web pages, open about 10 web pages, start reading about different buildings. But ChatGPT came out, and all you needed to do was just ask a question, and it would condense all that information into one tabular format. And that information is very easy to read. You understand it better, you comprehend it better. So it made the whole information gathering process very easy for we architects. And I'm sure whoever is listening to this has probably used it to do research. Maybe if you're a student, you probably used to do research in your classworks, in your theses. If you work in the service industry, you've probably used it to do some form of research. So for we architects, it started off as just helping us gather information. Then 3-6 months down the line, they brought out a new product. Now AI could do image generation. Now it has moved from processing language to now processing images. So for we architects, we use it to do concept images. So in the past, if you wanted to do concept image, you would sit down on your computer, you would take a software, and you would work for, say, 3 to 5 days creating concept images, showing your client how a building is going to look like. Sometimes it might take 2 weeks. But now with AI being able to generate images, that process takes 10 minutes, sometimes maybe 30 minutes max. And within 30 minutes, you have close to about 20 different images, something that would have taken you about 2 weeks. So it has condensed the research process. It has made us much more productive in terms of what we can produce as architects. So, and it's getting better as we are here sitting down. Something that differentiates AI, artificial intelligence, from regular intelligence is that it is getting better every day, every moment. It's getting better. So it's an interesting time, honestly.
That's interesting. So, off the top of my head, I'm thinking if architects are able to deliver concept designs faster and together with their clients, able to make decisions on, projects to be undertaken, right? It means that that's in some way can reduce how much time it will take to go from conceptualization all the way to actually, hitting the ground, breaking ground and getting construction started.
So how? Yeah, like I said before, it would take us 2 weeks to prepare a proposal, to prepare, say, preliminary drawings, just a sketch, an idea. But now it's much more shorter. Yeah, and the distance between conceptualization to actualization has reduced significantly.
To ask, do you feel threatened?
No, at all.
3 to 5 hours. What?
Yeah, it has.
Why should someone go ahead to study architecture today? When they could just rely on AI and get these designs.
Okay, like we're seated here. There's AI on my phone. There's AI on laptops around here. If we sit down here now and just look at ourselves, nothing's going to get built. No design is going to appear. No form of idea generation is going to happen. So it requires human input. So I would not say that nobody should go and study architecture because our jobs are threatened. No. What is happening right now is that this is something I say, as humans, we've unlocked a new level of creativity. We've unlocked a new level of opportunity. We've unlocked a new level of productivity as a result of the rise in technology. So it's not, no human is threatened. It's just more efficiency, more productivity, and more creativity.
All right. So you spoke earlier about open AI.
Yeah.
But I know that, almost on a daily basis, almost on a weekly basis, there are new AI companies springing up, or existing AI companies are, churning out new products into the market. So what specific AI tools, are designers, architects like yourselves leveraging to improve the creative process, improve the quality of your designs right now?
Yes, I agree with you. There are a lot of products out there. There are a lot of softwares out there. Just on image generation alone, off the top of my head, personally, I use Leonardo AI. It's specifically for image generation. I also use Night Cafe Studio, also for image generation. For word or language generation, yes, we all know about ChatGPT. I also found out about Claude. So there are a lot of AI products out there, but I would say architects, designers should not get overwhelmed with the number of products out there, because as we're talking, people are constantly bringing out new AI products. So I would advise them to look inwards. What I usually tell people is that look at your design process. Look at where, if for example, what are your strengths or weaknesses? If you ask yourself, what are your strengths or weaknesses? When you find your weaknesses, how can I use AI to magnify those traits? Say, for example, you're not good at writing. You can find an AI language word generator to augment that particular process. If you are, even if you notice your strength, say you're good at designing or good at conceptualizing, you can still find an AI image generator to pronounce that talent, that side of you. So just look inwards, then use AI to augment those design processes.
Okay, so what are the challenges? What are the limitations that you currently experience when you try to integrate these AI tools, with real estate design processes?
I think one thing is, yes, they're not all free. Yeah, they're not all free. Yeah, you have to pay in dollars. It's the exchange rate. Yeah, you know about the exchange rate, and where one. No. You pay subscription basis, man. Subscription basis, and you know how difficult it is. Something about our Nigerian card, it's not allowed in some certain places, so you need to do some certain things, buy some virtual. So it's not straightforward for us, especially in Nigeria where we live, in terms of paying for the tools, and these are foreign companies. So already you can see like a loophole there. If Nigerian companies should come up and create their own AI softwares, there is a market for it out there. So that's a major limitation I see. And personally, I need these tools to work. They help me design better. They help me be more creative. They help me be more expressive. So that's a major limitation I see. The payment systems and the costs. So that's a major limitation and challenge.
So like you said, I kind of agree. I think if designers like yourselves and other creatives, locally can start to develop our own, AI tools, that problem of payment and all of that will be out of the way in no time. So I'm thinking now, if you see a design somewhere, if you see, I'm about to build a house, for instance, and my architect sends me, the design, and I bring that to you. Can you tell if a design was done using AI or was done, just purely out of the creativity of an architect?
I think the question is, why would I want to find out? Yeah, why would I want to find out? A young man or woman has made an effort to create something that would improve the life of his or her client. I think that's what I would rather focus on than to check if it was AI or not. But if you were to say, okay, let's analyze. Yes, maybe in the past, say 8 months, you could tell just by looking at the images. Yeah, you could tell. Because one thing about AI trains on data. And the more it trains, the more it gets better. So if you release an AI model today, just finished training, there is a tendency for it to have little errors in what it generates. Yeah, but over time, so one thing about artificial intelligence is that it learns. As it creates, it learns. So over time, the errors start to blur. So it starts to get better. If it's a word generator and it's generating essays, at the beginning there might be errors, but over time you will notice those errors starts to reduce. Then before you know it, you start to get images that look almost human-like. You start to get designs that look like you can't even tell if it's AI that was used to create them. Yeah, and that's where we're going to. Yeah.
I like that you said that's where we're going to, because I've seen a couple of designs so I've seen designs with humans in them, using AI, and you'll notice some errors. So
yeah, the fingers, you see an extra finger, or the eyes, one is up, one is down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I want to believe that as an architect, you most likely see the equivalent of these things, on the design side. So how do you now marry all of that, with the client's, unique taste and preferences and all of that?
What we just ensure is that the client's idea is maintained. Yeah. So, for example, a client wants a 5-story building. when we create the images or the design, the color might be off just a little bit, but the original essence of the building in terms of the functionality, the form works. So it's balanced. Yeah, we just ensure that, okay, yes, the color might be off, but other things which are very more important, like the height of the building, the height of each floors, the height of the windows, the position of the windows, all those are correct. And those are way more important than the hue of the finish of the building. So it's give or take. It's give or take.
So where are we right now? Can you simply, drop some prompts on your AI tool and it can give you, let's assume you're able to communicate all of your thoughts, which are, of course, your client's requirements, right? And you're able to put everything succinctly into like the box where you put like a prompt, what you want the AI tool to do. Are we at the point where that's all you need to do and you can just take it from?
No. We're still far away from what you are describing is like a fictional, maybe a movie, a Batman movie where you just talk and everything is done. No. There's still a lot of work that needs to be done in terms of my industry, architecture. Yeah, there's still a lot of work that needs to be done.
So will the AI?
No, that's not the final. AI is just a tool. Yeah, it's just like your pen is a tool. Yeah, so there's still a lot of things to be done. Yeah, harmonizing the entire design that doesn't even involve AI at all.
So what got you really interested in AI for starters? Because this is very far from your field, but you have been able to embrace it and use it. And I want to believe not so many architects as I use these tools as much as you do, right? So what was the attraction for you?
Okay, let me tell you what this AI thing is. I think I was watching a YouTube interview by a former Google executive, and he said that this AI that we just recently launched is the equivalent to electricity when electricity was invented. Yeah. So imagine asking someone, say 50, 100, 200 years ago, what got you to start using electricity? So I want you to understand what
it was a given.
Exactly.
Everybody just has to go.
Everybody will have to get integrated into this technological advancement that we're currently going into now. Yeah. We invented electricity. It's everywhere. Your phones, the light bulb, everything's connected to it. We invented the mobile phone. Everybody uses it now to communicate. That's the same thing with artificial intelligence. Right now, like I said, it's just word generation, image generation. Now we've gone into song, music generation, video generation. So it's going to keep on increasing and it's going to get into almost every sector, from medicine to service to manufacturing. It's going to seep into every sector.
Well, to be honest, I see it almost everywhere already. I heard there are some in big retailers like Walmart and the Amazons. They have AI robots, now sorting stuff in their warehouses.
Interestingly, if you look at, there's a post from Sam Altman. Sam Altman is the CEO of OpenAI. Now, like I said, OpenAI released ChatGPT November 2023. Then by, say, 5 months after, he wrote a particular blog post. And in the blog post, he said that when they were about to launch ChatGPT, they made some predictions that ChatGPT would disrupt certain industries. And they put it in sequences. They said manufacturing, service, and creativity, and creative industries. That's the sequence. It was going to disrupt the manufacturing sector first, the service sector second, and the creative sector third. But we were surprised. That's his post. This in the words of Sam Altman. And what happened is that it flipped it. It started with the creative first. So That's actually the reason why we're here having this conversation, because it has disrupted my industry. Yes, personally, I've integrated into my workflow, but it has affected the creative industry from design to music to video. Yeah. So what we're experiencing is like a first wave. Yeah. And second wave will be the service. Who knows? It's not predictable. Will be the service, they're manufacturing. Yeah. So there is a lot of change that's going to happen.
Interesting. The world is changing. The world as we know it is changing very, very fast. Very fast. So for architects currently who have not integrated AI into, their workflows, what words do you have for them? Seeing how efficient you've now become as a result of.
I would say they should try. Yeah, they should take a leap of faith to leave their comfort zone. Because one thing about architecture, you tend to get too used to what you are used, usually your tools, the tools of the trade. So I would also tell them to remember those days when we used to use TD board. It's called TD board, technical drawing board, where we would put on a wooden board, we'll put A3 paper on the board, then we'll use our pen and paper. We'll use our pen. The pens usually have different numbers, different sizes. So we used to draw with pens back in the day. This is like 22. I still used to draw with pen by like 2003, 2004. Yeah, but when computer-aided design came in, I started using computers to draw. And since then, I haven't touched and the keyboard anymore. That's the same thing that's happening now. So you should embrace this technology. That's just what I have to say.
Knowing what you know now, for young architects who are probably even still in school or just about to, get into school, what would you have for people like that?
I would say they should embrace a learning mentality. Yeah. And not just for architects, not just for young architects going in. Everyone should embrace a learning mentality, because that's how you are able to ride the wave, this wave of change that is happening. Yeah, it's a learning mentality that would enable you ride the wave. A learning mentality would not allow you to just sit on your laurels and say, okay, yes, I'm okay, I'm chill. I'm okay, I'm this. There's nothing, what's there to learn? What's there to do? There's nothing better out there. You understand? But a learning mentality wants to, you want to get better. You want to stay ahead. You want to improve yourself. You want to see what's not working in your processes. How can I be better? So that's just embrace a learning mentality, and that would help you ride the way.
So we've seen the internet. We've seen, or at least in recent times, we've seen, at least we're all alive when the internet adoption became a thing. What do you think will be the consequences of late adoption of AI, not just for architects, but speaking for professionals and creatives generally?
That question is very easy. I can see it already. I can see it already because I see companies already that are not forward thinking. Companies that are not. There's a big difference with early adopters of this technology. You see the way they navigate the economic landscape is different. Like for example, where I work, Mixta Africa, we've adopted AI technology in terms of content generation, image generation. Already, anybody who sees our footprint outside, mere looking at our LinkedIn posts or our website, knows that, okay, this company is going in a particular direction that the world is going into. Yeah. So it shows clearly when you don't jump on this wagon of this technology. Yeah. It's inevitable, like I said. It's never just like electricity, you would have to adopt it later on. Yeah. So it's good to get on that wagon as early as possible. Like I said, let's look at ChatGPT. It was launched November 2023, and between November 2023 and now, they have released various versions and upgrades. So if you did not get on using it as early as possible, you would not be able to. There are a lot of things that you would have missed. Yeah. For example, the software now has this memory feature where it remembers everything you prompt. Yeah. You could say that, you could tell it to talk in a certain way, to answer you in a certain way. Yeah. So people who are just joining now will not be aware of this change. Yeah. So someone like me who has been using it for like the last 1 year, yeah, I'm aware of that change. I'm aware of that upgrade. So I'm able to use it in a certain way. So that's the advantage you have when you adopt technology early on. You're like a mile ahead from the competitor.
Wow, mind blown, actually. So, I mean, we're having a podcast now. So, how do you think we can improve our podcast experience using AI?
Yeah. There are a lot of ideas. You could use AI to brainstorm on podcasts. You could use AI to brainstorm how you're going to market it. Yeah. There's even a way you can even. I think there's a video. Then you can put the video in an AI tool. Then the AI tool would chop it off into short form content, because this is like long form content. It chops it off into short form content, and it can tell you, okay, this is the short form content that would do well when you put it out in the public. You can even use an AI tool that can summarize an entire video for you. You don't have to watch it to summarize. It summarizes everything.
I was on a meeting this morning on Google Meet, and then so you know how people join in meeting, and then I saw read.ai. So I was like, who is this? And then the IT guy on the call said, oh, this is not a human, that this is an AI tool he added to the meeting to summarize the entire meeting.
Yeah.
And I was surprised. When we're done, I got a prompt on my email sending like the summary of everything we discussed.
I can't remember the word, but it types out everything. Yeah, it's
This is literally, it's the equivalent of having a secretary join in the meeting, take notes, and then send to everybody. But this is a lot more efficient. No information missing. You know, if a human were to be taking notes, for instance, there are things they'll miss here. They'll miss some things. While they're trying to take your notes, they'll probably miss what I said. You know? But in this case, the AI grabbed everything, sent us notes, and all within record time. So, I mean, it's hard to see how... okay, so I think, first of all, early adopters really stand a great chance of, you know, being ahead in whatever space they're in. So it's only in our best interest that we open our minds and embrace these technologies.
Yeah.
Because not just even for the sake of work, for commercial purposes even. You know, if I know that you can produce a design for me in 1 week, and I have time constraints, and another guy is telling me, oh, sir, you know, as an architect, the standard time is 5 weeks. You know, anywhere doing less than that is not doing anything. I mean, come on. I'll definitely go with the guy who can deliver faster. You know,
quality.
Exactly, quality. And, you know, if I can make faster decisions, you know, using you who has access to these tools and everything, you're an advantage to literally every organization.
I agree.
Wow. So this was such an interesting one. Eye-opening, sort of futuristic, but futuristic and present as well. Yeah. Thank you so much. Do you have any final words? Any final words to our viewers?
I think yesterday I was researching on this topic.
Okay.
And a lot is changing. So what I've noticed is that I took a step back in terms of where the world has been. And, you know, we moved from the industrial era. From the industrial era, we moved to the information age. The information age where we started using mobile phones and computers. Then I realized that we are currently moving into another age. Now, when I did some research, and a lot of scholars have proposed different names for it. Some people call it the intelligence age. Some people call it the artificial intelligence age. Some people call it the age of imagination. Some people call it the age of integration. But something is very common with all the proposals, and that is the integration in technology into almost everything in human processes. So that would be my message to everyone listening. that yes, it might seem scary sometimes. It's just like when ATMs came out and some people were like, no, I can't use ATM. No. I would rather keep my cash under my bed. Or I can't be calling
swallow my card.
or I can't be calling a bot. I'm talking to a computer. But it might seem scary at times, but I think we should look at the good sides and embrace this technology going forward. And there's opportunity ahead.
Thank you so much, Mr. Akinwale. This was really insightful.
Thank you very much.
To our viewers, thank you for staying with us as always. I trust that you've learned a lot, and I trust also that you'd, whatever industry it is that you play in, that you'd, do some research and find out what AI tools can make whatever you do, that can help you become more efficient, that can help you make decisions faster, that can put you at the head of, that can put you ahead of, your competitors and your peers, basically. AI tools they're not for any tribe or any particular kind of people. They're for everybody. They're for everybody. So long as you can impute whatever it is you want to do, AI can.
Meta just released Llama 3 and it's open source.
What's that?
Open source.
What's Llama 3?
Llama 3 is their new model, their AI model, just like OpenAI is ChatGPT.
Okay, Llama is
Meta is Llama 3.
I think Microsoft has Bard. Is it?
Google has Gemini.
Okay. Microsoft Bard. What? I mean, I think very in a couple of years we'll have Nigerian companies also coming up.
It's as US is rushing. There's an AI race that's happening. You see it between US
and China.
Russia is silent, but I know
they're working
on theirs. Yes, and whichever country is the leader will probably be a global power. So it's something, and there's opportunity for Africans too.
So what countries do you see clinching that spot? US, China?
Right now is US. Right now is US. Because ChatGPT, OpenAI is like at the forefront. But you have other Chinese companies that are really silent. Because so once about AI, when you have a lot of data, it's good for AI to train on. And I think China has an advantage because of the population, and they've been used to gathering data for the last 20-50 years. Yes, and if they develop their AI to the level of OpenAI's ChatGPT, it's because they have a lot of data. They'll be very competitive.
If I were to place a bet, I'll probably put my money on China, because I'll give you an example. I think Elon Musk is like the leader of the electric vehicle industry. But some time ago, I did some research into what's going on in China, and I saw that, man, these guys are doing so much. In America, for instance, it's the biggest player there is Tesla, right? Others are trying to catch up, Ford and all the others. But in China, there are a lot of them, and they're getting a lot of government support. So in US, Elon Musk himself started setting up like charging stations here and there. But in China, the government is even helping the industry by setting up charging stations. So that allows.
And it's the same to AI.
It's same to AI.
Government
exactly. So I see that government backing, accelerating whatever it is that the Chinese private sector developers, it will complement their efforts and help them move forward faster. So I think it doesn't matter that America is ahead right now. It's only a matter of time for China.
It's possible, but
time will tell.
Nigeria, we have the opportunity. We should be developing ours.
Yes, and I think we should also support our Minister of Communications. Recently, I read he's organizing an AI, national AI strategy formulation session or something like that. But many people keep bashing him on Twitter, saying, "Na AI one job, no light in Nigeria. You're saying AI strategy, no." Do you understand? But I think that's something we should encourage him and give him all the support. AI is the future. AI is for the now. Thank you once again, Mr. Akinwale. I'm sure the leave us. We have so much to discuss.
I appreciate it.
Your second time here. Hopefully there will be a third time. You obviously have so much to give to our viewers. Thank you so much. By next week, by our next episode, hopefully, Neoma should be back here and she'll tell all of us where she went to. and why she wasn't here this time around. So till then, thank you so much, and stay glued to the To Be Quite Honest podcast. Lots and lots of amazing episodes are with you. Thank you so much, and bye-bye.